Reacher star Alan Ritchson reveals grimy and gritty first look at Season 3. Alan Ritchson has revealed our first look at the third season of the hit Prime Video series, Reacher. Taking to social media to share an image from the next outing, Ritchson is seen covered in mud as he no doubt once again gets his hand dirty while enacting justice. You can check out the image below, which Ritchson has captioned, "Welp, we're back. Season 3 of Reacher, crustier than ever." Beginning back in 2022, the first season of Reacher introduces Ritchson as the title character, a former U.S. Army military police major now living as a nomad. He suddenly finds himself dragged back into action when he is arrested for murder, landing him in the middle of a deadly conspiracy full of dirty cops, shady businesses, and scheming politicians. The second season, which is based on the 11th book in author Lee Child's renowned series Bad Luck and Trouble, picks up with the titular character who, after members of his old military unit start turning up dead, has just one thing on his mind: revenge. Both seasons have been met with huge praise from both critics and audiences alike, with Reacher being named the #1 series on Amazon Prime Video for 2023. The show was renewed for a third season ahead of the second season. Premiere plot details for Reacher Season 3 currently remain under wraps, as does the Lee Child book on which it will be based. But Ritchson has offered some details, saying it will find the character in a new world. I can't say too much about Season 3, but I will say there's a lot of classic Reacher stories which are just adventures that he gets sucked into in a big way. And we get to enjoy Reacher in a new world. It may not have anything to do with family, with his past. He's just living that adventure out, and that's kind of the direction that we've gone, and it seems to really be working. His role in Reacher has shot Alan Ritchson to the top of the A-list. But sadly, not all the attention has been positive, with the actor recently having to defend himself and his beliefs from fellow Christians. It's funny to me how a lot of people criticize me, suppose Christians especially criticize me for playing Reacher. As if the only TV that should exist is seeing people silently folding their hands in the pew of a church. I mean, what kind of stories are we supposed to tell? If you look at Scripture, what do you find? You see 1,000 years of an infinitely holy God holding tension with human beings as he tells the story of who he is. Reveals who he is through imperfect people. The first 2 seasons of Reacher are available to stream on Prime Video, and you can check out the trailer for Reacher Season 2 below. Fans of the hit Amazon Prime series Reacher are in for a treat as Alan Ritchson, the towering star who plays the titular character, recently unveiled a first look at the much-anticipated third season. The sneak peek, which Ritchson shared on social media, gave audiences a gritty glimpse into what promises to be the darkest and most intense chapter of the action-packed show yet. Since its debut, Reacher has become a fan favorite, largely due to Ritchson's magnetic portrayal of Jack Reacher, the stoic ex-military police officer who drifts across the U.S., finding himself entangled in deadly conflicts that require his unique brand of justice. Based on the popular book series by Lee Child, the TV adaptation has so far captivated viewers with its gritty action sequences, razor-sharp wit, and a protagonist whose moral code is as rigid as his chiseled physique. Season 2 left fans reeling, with Reacher confronting a complex web of corruption and deceit in the sleepy Georgia town of Margrave. The intense finale saw Reacher walking away victorious, but not without personal losses and a deeper sense of purpose for his wandering journey. With Season 3 on the horizon, expectations are running high as the next chapter promises to raise the stakes, dig deeper into Reacher's mysterious past, and deliver the visceral action that has become the show's hallmark. A gritty first look, Ritchson's first look at Season 3 doesn't just tease the character's next journey, it plunges us right into the grimy heart of it. The image he posted shows Reacher standing in a rain-soaked alley, his face smeared with dirt and bruises, his trademark stoic expression set against a backdrop of chaos. It's clear that the stakes this time around are higher, and the fight has become even more personal. In the caption, Ritchson wrote, "Ready to get your hands dirty? Reacher Season 3 is coming." The comments sparked immediate excitement from fans, with many speculating about the new challenges Reacher will face. Unlike the sun-drenched small-town backdrop of previous seasons, this first look suggests a more urban setting, with darker themes and grittier confrontations. A closer look at the image reveals some intriguing details. Reacher's clothes are ripped and bloodied, his hands clenched into fists, and there's a glint of steely resolve in his eyes. Behind him, a dilapidated building looms, its walls covered in graffiti and grime. It's clear that Reacher has been through hell, and he's ready to dive back in. This grimy and battered version of Reacher hints at a more raw, stripped-down version of the character. Fans familiar with the books know that Reacher is no stranger to violence, but Season 3 appears to be pushing him to new limits. The gritty tone of the first look image suggests that this season will delve into Reacher's darker impulses, forcing him to confront not only external threats, but also his own inner demons. Alan Ritchson on What to Expect. In a recent interview, Ritchson opened up about what fans can expect from Season 3, teasing that this season will be the most action-packed and emotionally charged yet. "We're taking things to a new level," Ritchson said. "Reacher's always been a force to be reckoned with, but this season we're really exploring what happens when he's pushed to the edge. You're going to see him in situations that challenge everything he stands for." Ritchson also hinted at the physical toll the role has taken on him this season. Known for performing many of his own stunts, Ritchson admitted that the intense fight scenes left him bruised and battered. "There were days when I felt like I was living in Reacher's shoes, sore and covered in dirt," he joked. But that's the reality of who Reacher is. He's a guy who doesn't stop, no matter how hard things get. When asked about the grimy aesthetic of the first look image, Ritchson explained that the setting and tone of Season 3 reflect the deeper, more dangerous world that Reacher is stepping into. "The environments we're in this season are darker, more oppressive," Ritchson revealed. "Reacher's used to being the lone wolf, but he's up against forces this time that even he might not be able to handle alone." A deeper dive into Reacher's world, Season 3 of Reacher is rumored to explore elements from several of Lee Child's novels, blending multiple storylines into a cohesive narrative that challenges Reacher on both a physical and psychological level. While the first two seasons were rooted in standalone mysteries, the third season is expected to delve deeper into Reacher's past, shedding light on his time in the military and the events that shaped him into the unstoppable force he is today. Ritchson's portrayal of Reacher has been praised for its balance of physicality and subtle emotional depth. In Season 3, fans can expect to see more of Reacher's vulnerabilities, particularly as he faces opponents who are just as skilled and ruthless as he is. The grim and gritty tone of the first look image is just a taste of what's to come, as Reacher's moral compass is tested like never before. The show's creators have remained tight-lipped about specific plot details, but they have hinted at a storyline that involves a powerful criminal organization and a conspiracy that reaches the highest levels of government. With Reacher caught in the crosshairs, it's clear that this season will be the most intense yet. What fans are saying, the reaction to the first look image has been overwhelmingly positive, with fans taking to social media to share their excitement. "Ritchson looks like a total badass," one fan commented. "Season 3 is going to be insane." Others praise the darker tone, with one fan writing, "This is the gritty Reacher we've been waiting for. Can't wait to see him take on the bad guys." It's clear that anticipation for Season 3 is at an all-time high. With Ritchson's first look reveal promising a grittier, more intense version of Reacher, fans are eagerly awaiting the next chapter in the journey of their favorite wandering hero. Conclusion: as the release of Reacher's Season 3 draws closer,